What's up, YouTube? I'm bringing you an awesome win against Elite War. HCC versus Elite War. They were on a 12 win streak. We were actually super worried about this war. They're sitting here claiming blah 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 100% fair play. Yeah, that's possible. It's pretty good. It's possible. Really, I think the only reason why we were able to win this war because the war was completely one-sided from the beginning. But we had a lot of our guys who had upgrades ready, and they had books ready. They were ready to get some of their defenses up. Some of the buildings started, finished at the same time. Troops started and finished at the same time. So we were able to come in with higher level defenses, uh, higher level heroes and troops than we had from the beginning, and it might have given us a much greater advantage than we would have had in the first place. But they claimed in their clan description 25 perfect wars. We were looking at their war log, and they had many 100% perfect wars. They had a few little a couple draws here and there, but they this was a good clan. It was a really good clan. They ended up losing a lot worse than I thought they would. Let me take care of some stuff and then get into that war. No CC issues here. What the hell did I have my CC? Hogs, great defense for air attacks. Actually, I wasn't asking for any defense, but join plists. No. Anyway. So, Elite War 72 to 67. That might actually be their worst one yet. Let's take a look at this war log. Wow. I mean, these guys are badass. I mean, we're pretty badass ourselves, but not that badass. These guys are badass. I'm trying to figure out what are they doing right. But really, what they got matched up with originally, like when we got the matchup versus what they had to compete against, was a little different. But we felt like it was necessary to take some extreme measures to make sure that we were going to win this war. Yeah, we crushed their 12 win streak. Crushed it with, not 3-starring everybody. Oh my god, I was 3-starred. He was almost 3-starred. And they actually, they came out. You could tell that some people, man, I'm going to lose signal making this video. You could tell that some people weren't really trying their hardest. You could tell, I mean, they missed a lot more stars than I think they should have. I got it. Wow, so either it was an unhappy leader or some unhappy clanmates. So some missed attacks on the bottom. But these guys, like I said, their number 2 guy, the leader, I'm pretty sure this is a mini-max war that he owns enough of the accounts to run the entire war. So he didn't even use his mini accounts. They really are just fillers, in my opinion. Like he hasn't done enough work to them for them to be useful in war. We kind of have all around engineered bases at almost every level to an extent until it gets killed by the next update. That's another one of his accounts, I would assume. Anybody with the RA. I mean, this whole damn clan is probably him for all I know. Yeah, they missed a few attacks here and there. They did pretty well. for the most part. This guy was new when war started, and he left right after he did his attacks, so I don't know if he was a friend of the clan or... Well, that was a... I'm sorry. That was an interesting... Damn it. I would have to visit him. Curious about this clan he's in. So he's in another Brazilian clan. Maybe that's all his accounts. Most likely not. He's new there. So, let's get into some attacks. I plan on making a video for you guys of how to attack at different levels, different bases. If I was to do a walkthrough on this, I'm ashamed that I didn't 100% it. I mean, it's not maxed completely. Okay, it is maxed completely, except for walls. And that guy. And that guy over there. Okay, it's not maxed. It's damn near maxed. It's a tough base design. You know, you got some high level heroes in here. But looking at the base, I see I need to manage the CC. I need to manage the Eagle Artillery, and I gotta take out this queen. So I'm thinking, drop my queen here. She's gonna get locked on by this archer tower. This one won't be able to hit healers. This one won't be able to hit healers if I put the healers right there in range. So I'm gonna drop my queen here. I'm gonna do a bit of a queen walk. I'm gonna make sure she's locked on. Wizard towers can't hit wall breakers, and I want a wall breaker in, and hopefully save 2 wall breakers to hit the next wall. Okay. I planned this all out. I brought 6 wall breakers. I ended up using 5 wall breakers on a wall. I only needed 3, maybe 2. But let's watch the attack. And ultimately the mistake, there were some mistakes. Jump spell placement. That was a big one. Let me pause that. So I planned on putting my jump spell, well, here, over these walls, because I knew I was going to use all my wall breakers coming in. Jump spell here to get my troops in, cover this wall as well to get to the Eagle Artillery, and then I wanted a jump spell to overlap this wall, this wall, this wall, this wall. And I was like, there's no way that's going to work. So really, I needed to overlap this wall and these 2 sets of walls and not worry too much. Maybe try to just barely get that wall. But I ultimately put the jump spell like way up here, barely hitting these walls. I actually grabbed that wall. Some giants went in. But if I would have grabbed that jump spell right, used my queen ability at the end correctly, this would have been a 3-star, I think. So anyway, way too many wall breakers at the beginning. I'm like, shit, I only have 1 left. Oh yeah, so baby dragon, make sure that the funnel is going to be created on that side. That 1 remaining wall breaker did manage to get 1 witch out of the CC. I had no idea what was in there. I was hoping maybe that 1 witch was the only witch, so I went ahead and followed through, poisoned her. Create a big ass funnel over here because I want to take out all these buildings and hopefully get the town hall with whatever's on that side. Oh, and then here comes the other witch and the baby dragon. Now I should have held that as well, the warden ability, because yeah, it's great to catch the warden ability on your troops when the when Eagle Artillery's coming down, but not really that early when there's not a lot of defenses on the, hitting them. So yeah, you see, I've got some stuff taking up the town hall and everything on the bottom, but I lost everything that did jump in. However it did jump in. That jump spell is not where I wanted to put it. So yeah, you know what? I watched this video earlier, and I swear that my queen was not locked on by the single inferno there, but I just saw when I hit her ability was right after she was locked on. And after watching this video a couple of times before, I thought that my biggest mistake was not saving my queen ability. But I think I might have used it at an okay time. But ultimately it was that single inferno that killed me. And this is the only problem that you get with this base. And I've seen a lot of people, they'll attack that inferno first, just because that's what gives them the loss at the end. And I've seen it be 100% attack. But I don't know. I thought I had a pretty good plan of attack, and I went for it. On this base, I put a lot of thought into it. Definitely did not want to come up here with a queen walk of any sort. I really didn't want to attack up here. I was thinking, man, there's going to be just traps all around this inferno. The inferno is going to lock on my queen. You got the heroes. I was probably going to lose my entire army trying to come in right there. But there's a pretty good chance that my heroes and my troops could clean that up at the end. I'm looking at this. There's like basically nothing that could be here. I won't have to worry about the inferno. So I plan on starting a queen walk down in this area, creating a little funnel, make sure that she won't go to the right. I want to clear all these buildings. I wanted her to just kind of come in right here, and I was going to create another funnel on this side, maybe with my witches and such, so that they could clean up a ton of buildings and probably end up distracting the inferno, getting the town hall, and the bowlers coming in would just skip the wall, get this stuff. Everything should have worked out perfectly, but for some reason, despite the fact that I did clear these buildings, or I thought I was clearing all these buildings, my queen's gonna hook right, and the entire attack comes in over here. I ultimately thought this was going to be a fail, because I already looked at it, thought about it. I'm like, coming in here, yeah, there's nothing that can kill this unless you got the wizard tower and like giant bombs beside it. But you can see how it played out. So you got the queen walk started, funnel going in. I wanted a wall breaker right on this wall, but my wall breakers said no. Let me try that again. No. Doesn't really matter now. It's basically just wasted wall breakers. So I thought more of these buildings were gone, but in my, like, if that drill was gone, maybe she wouldn't have gone that way. She still walks that way. So many more buildings over here, and I wanted to start my attack over here. I'm like, ah, shit. Alright, so make sure the funnel is created and everything's clear on that side, and gotta come in here. I think, let me see, I'm pretty sure I screwed up that jump spell. So the jump spell was screwed up, they had to break through the wall. So to me, I thought this was going to be a low percentage raid because of the mistakes that I did make. But I still got I got a lot out of the troops. Everything kind of worked out well because his trap placement. I actually copied this base to an extent, wanting to try to use it, but after almost like kind of failing the attack the way that I was attempting to do it and still getting a high percentage 3-star, I don't really think it's a viable base. The only thing he's got going for him is some very, very high level walls and decent level defenses. But my troops are everywhere, and this queen, she spends, a level 50 queen on what is now a max wall, spends almost a freaking minute beating on a wall. So I'm holding her ability, looking at the buildings available, and really this came down to the last second, and I'm thinking, okay, she's going to get down here, she's going to lock onto the town hall, and best I could do is hit her ability, and hopefully she gets it. Oh yeah, this thing went full time, so yeah, she got locked on immediately. I'm locked on the town hall, so it's gone. It's coming down, running out of time. Time's up, troops left. Some time was wasted here and there, but really, it was my mistakes, not funneling correctly in the beginning, and the queen spending a minute beating on a wall that ultimately killed the chance of a 3-star. Nicholas with the 6-pack. Now, of course, he got a couple of decent bases, pretty easy bases, but man, Nick, I still don't. I'm not sure about the way you read. Like, on a base like this, his idea of a funnel, like, that dragon should have been up there the whole time. His idea of a funnel is a little different than mine. He seriously clears as much shit as possible. He's had problems in the past about. Oh shit, there goes all those wall breakers. Damn, queen ability early too. So he's had problems in the past with funneling. So now he's like, I am gonna funnel the crap out of everything. Alright, so lost the queen, sent a bunch of miners. I forgot, he has been practicing this miner clone army. I don't know why, I don't know where he found it. He didn't share the details. I played around with something like this with bowlers and miners just because I had a max clone spell and nobody else was doing it. I haven't come across any YouTube content about it. But he's done it a couple of times. 3-starred some decent Town Hall 11s in just regular multiplayer battles. And I guess here he used it in war. 2 attacks, 3-starred both attacks. But it's I think it's more he is too overpowered for this base rather than that attack is overpowered or really a viable attack. I wouldn't recommend using it. Anytime I use miners, I'm not gonna lose my queen at the beginning. My warden doesn't end up getting locked on stuff. I might use my king for some cleanup on the outside of the base. I almost always, like 90% of the time, my heroes are wide awake after 3-starring even max Town Hall 11s with miners. And he lost all his heroes. All heroes were asleep. But it was a good 3-star. Necessary 3-star. So let's see. Nick with the same attack strategy on another Town Hall 10. I think he was disappointed that he ended up having to hit 2 Town Hall 10s this war, but ultimately that's what he was going to be matched up with before he had enough gold to get his Eagle Artillery. Then he had a book of building to finish his Eagle Artillery. And then we talked about it, and he's like, well, I have a gold rune and enough gems to take my Eagle Artillery to level 2 and finish it before war starts. And we said, well, let's do it. So we ended up being 2 decent level Town Hall 11s up at the top versus a Town Hall 10.5, 10.25. I guess he was a 10.5. And myself, who were ultimately matched up with the 2 bases that you saw me attack at the beginning. Fair? I think not, but, you know, war weight is what war weight is. We can only do so much about getting other people on board with appropriately upgrading their defenses and their bases. I mean, I think our bottom 9, Town Hall 9, should have the troops and heroes and spells and capability to 3-star any Town Hall 9. And the same goes for our top Town Hall 9. If you're a Town Hall 10 and you can't 3-star a Town Hall 9, you fucked up and you should not be in war. Yeah, definitely some good attacks on top. 5 gave us some issues. It's not really just a good base. I don't know. I hate the base. No, I mean, I don't hate the base. It's not a good base at all. There's nothing good about this. It should have been an easy 3-star. But we threw some bad attacks. Just 2 bad attacks at it. It was the only things that were left to attack at the time. This was basically the last base hit in war. And I don't know, maybe if we had a few more attempts on it or put a little bit more thought into it, Shane would have probably got the 3-star if it wasn't for, here it comes, what the hell. Queen walked that way. He thought she was going the other way. Should have, because look, there's no buildings here, and there's a cannon over here. So he got a little confused and started sending his troops. But there wasn't really much to break in. I mean, boulders are going to reach over the walls and hit whatever's available. And there they go, walking away just like the queen did. By the time he got the break in, he's still thinking, man, I needed to take out the one Inferno up there, the queen, the CC. And now he's coming in just the worst direction possible for a boulder ray. You come in the middle of 2 Infernos, the queen, the CC, the king. No jump spell. To me, in my opinion, it's necessary to have a jump spell for bowlers. Eventually, you're going to need it. You're either going to need it to get in, or need it to get around something, eventually. But not every raid plays out in the moment the way that it plays out in your head. Bullshit. Oh, I guess somebody fucked up. Yeah, he put a pretty good dent in the base, but Definitely some mistakes were made. Time. So this may have been a hog raid. Definitely a hog raid. Go for the most part. I really want to make a video on Town Hall 9 attacks. Majority of our clan is Town Hall 9. They need some advice, and I send them to resources, but the resources that I have, I don't think that everybody attacks the same and everybody needs the same resources. I have a certain way that I like to 3-star Town Hall 9s. I mean, I like to hog raid. Shane has a way that he likes to do it. Normally, I don't think he uses Go, but you know, this is a pretty decent Town Hall 9.5. Wow. So I mean, he has everything he needs here. Got archers for the outside buildings. Eventually, you don't want to send them before the CC comes out, because if something else dies, then they get distracted by whatever's in the corners. So you want to hold those archers till the very end. So CC killed with the kill squad. Queen's dead. I mean, this is an ideal way to attack with hogs, but there's a lot that I guess people don't understand. You can hog pretty much any base. I mean, even up to Town Hall 11 with max hogs. You can max hog 3-star just about any Town Hall 11. And it's all about how you attack. You have to use your kill squad appropriately. You have to have your troops, you have to have some side troops, some cleanup troops. I don't know why he didn't have an archer for that building over there. Maybe he thought everything, I guess the hogs are over there, so they're gonna get it. I mean, it's a good 3-star raid. Let's see, I believe I hog raided this base. Okay, this is a bowler raid. Should have hog raided this base, but the bowlers ended up working out really nicely. So instead of doing any real kill squad or CC lure, because the CC's dead center, just kind of created a nice funnel with troops, a hell of a kill squad, and tried to hold on to the other troops to see where they were going to be needed. Make sure the witches and the baby dragon are dead. Golem took a walk into that side compartment, so that's a good time to send these other bowlers and witches in. Get an extra jump spell to get them in. I mean, I couldn't do this any better if I did it myself. Oh wait, I did do it myself. But actually, it worked out a lot better than I thought it would. I practiced on a much weaker base with the same base design. Well, that'd be a lie. Same base design, but had level 1 Infernos. And I failed. But if you're looking to do some bowler witch attacks with a Town Hall 10, decent, level 30 heroes, Ish. This is a good attack. You just have to do it smart. Don't spray and pray. Spray and pray means send all your troops and hope that everything works out. Whitey Tighty's gotta teach us how to hog raid. This base was hit like 3 or 4 times. Yeah, I'm lying again. It's not this one. Number 12 was hit like 3 or 4 times. Whitey Tighties came and cleaned it up later. So CC's distracted by golems and stuff. Might as well start taking out some defenses and start working on other things. Heroes are still wide awake. Keep an eye on the hero bar. Keep an eye on your hogs. They need some heal. The base is super spread out, so never just spam hogs in one spot. You kind of pick apart defenses, little bits of hogs here and there. And you ultimately end up with a shitload of hogs left, and your heroes are still awake, beating up on other buildings. So I mean, really, nobody would say this is an ultimate hog base. People say you gotta have buildings and defenses close together. A good place, a good way to heal all your hogs at the same time. It's not true. I mean, really, any base. This base, nobody was sure how to attack it. Whitey said, "Hogs, just hog it. Just send hogs all over the place, and nothing's gonna stop them." Those bombs didn't stop them. Those bombs didn't stop them. All you get is little poo streaks of shitty bombs and a shitty destroyed Town Hall 9. Now, of course, I mean, it's level 6 hogs, Town Hall 10 hogs, Town Hall 10 capacity, but Passion just went Town Hall 10 using that power potion. So this looked like it was going to be a really tough base, in all honesty. So golems are going to distract the CC. Queen's dead. Enemy queen, I mean. All this kill squad over here is going to end up taking out so much stuff. There's no reason not to just send the hogs on the other side. There's nothing left to hurt your heroes, your wizards. The hogs are going to eat up everything. So again, it's not is the base a good hog base? It's how do I use my hogs to destroy this base? So yeah, next video is definitely going to be Town Hall 9 how to. I think on this one, I'm going to wrap this one up. Next video is going to be a Town Hall 9 how to hog raid. And just cover some of the awesome hog raids throughout. I'm pretty sure everybody else was 3-starred in this war, putting us up to a 3-war win streak against a clan that had a 12-war win streak and multiple acclaim of 25 perfect wars. So until next time, clash on, good night.